Have you ever noticed how some people can't quite explain why they're drawn to you, yet others seem strangely uncomfortable around you? It's not your looks, it's not your achievements, it's not even what you say. It's your energy, your spirit, and when your spirit is unmatched, when it carries a depth, clarity, and strength that can't be faked, the world will feel it. Some will admire you, some will misunderstand you, and some simply won't be able to handle you. This is not because you're too much. It's because you are different. You are tuned to a higher frequency. You walk with a presence that isn't loud, but it's undeniable. You're a reminder of what's possible, and not everyone is ready to face that reflection. In this video, we're going to explore exactly why your unmatched spirit unsettles some and inspires others, why resistance is often a sign you're on the right path, and why your light should never be dimmed for the comfort of those still hiding in the shadows. Because your spirit was never meant to be ordinary, but it was meant to be unstoppable. When your soul is tuned to a higher frequency, the world notices. Even if no one says it out loud, they feel it. They sense something different in the way you walk, in the way you look at them, in the way you listen. It's not arrogance, it's not pride, it's presence. It's the calm authority of someone who knows who they are and why they're here. This kind of energy doesn't need to speak to be felt. It doesn't ask for permission to exist. It simply is. And because it is so rare, so pure, it can make others feel both drawn to you and unsettled by you. There's a strange duality to this gift. On one hand, people are inspired. They want to be around you, to learn from you, to figure out what makes you so steady when life tries to shake everyone else. On the other hand, some will resist you, not because you've harmed them, not because you've said something wrong, but because your spirit reminds them of everything they've avoided within themselves. Your unmatched spirit is not the result of luck. It is the fruit of battles no one saw you fight. It is the quiet outcome of choosing peace when you could have chosen revenge, of choosing patience when you could have reacted, of choosing growth when staying the same would have been easier. And here's the truth. When you carry this kind of spiritual strength, you cannot be compared. You are not in the same race as everyone else. You are not chasing their trophies or fighting for their approval. You are playing a completely different game, one where the scoreboard is measured in inner peace, clarity, and purpose. This is why they can't handle you. Not because you're too much, but because you've stopped being manageable. You can't be manipulated by guilt. You can't be baited into meaningless arguments. You can't be convinced to betray your values just to fit in. People who live in chaos can't comprehend, so Mion who lives in peace. People who rely on power games can't comprehend someone who lives in truth. And so they may call you distant, cold, arrogant, but these are only labels they use when they cannot control you. Understand this. Your unmatched spirit is not a threat to those who are secure in themselves. It is a mirror, a teacher, a reminder of what's possible, but to those still hiding from their own reflection. You are an uncomfortable truth. So walk with quiet confidence. Not everyone will applaud you. Not everyone will like you. But the right people, the ones meant to walk with you, will recognize your spirit instantly. And that recognition is worth more than all the approval in the world. The silent power of spirit. Real power is not loud. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't have to raise its voice, point fingers, or force its way into the spotlight. True power is silent, yet impossible to ignore. Think about the wind. You can't see it, but you can feel it on your skin. You can't hold it in your hands, but it shapes the clouds, bends the trees, and carries ships across oceans. That is the kind of power a spiritually unmatched soul carries. Invisible, but undeniable. When your spirit is aligned, you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need to broadcast your worth or parade your accomplishments. Your presence alone speaks. It's in the way you carry yourself without arrogance. It's in the way you stand firmly in your truth, even when it's unpopular. It's in the way you choose your words carefully. Not to win arguments, but to speak life. People often mistake loudness for strength, but the loudest person in the room is often the most insecure. They need constant reassurance. They need to be seen, validated, and praised just to feel important. The truly powerful, they don't need that because they draw their power from within. A well that doesn't run dry when people turn their backs. Your spirit, when deeply rooted, becomes a calm force that unsettles those who thrive on chaos. You don't react to provocation. You don't rush to defend yourself against every false accusation. You understand that time reveals truth, and truth does not need to shout. In a world obsessed with appearances, your depth is magnetic. Some are drawn to it because they crave authenticity. Others are disturbed by it because it makes their own masks feel heavier. Either way, they cannot ignore you. When you walk into a room with a grounded spirit, you shift the energy without even trying. Your calmness becomes contagious. Your certainty becomes as an anchor for those who are drifting. Your silence can carry more weight than someone else's speech. This is why you must never underestimate the quiet power you carry. It is the power that ends conflicts before they begin. The power that inspires trust without the need for titles or positions. The power that makes people remember you, not because of what you took from them, but because of what they felt when they were near you. So protect this power, nurture it, because it is rare in this world, and once you recognize you have it, you will realize you don't need to be louder. You just need to be exactly who you are, and let your spirit do the talking. Why they react to you. Some people admire you. They can't always explain why, but something about you inspires them to rise above their own limitations. They watch the way you move through life, with grace, with strength, with an inner peace that is rare, and they feel a pull to be better. Some misunderstand you. They see your calm as arrogance. They see your confidence as pride. They see your independence as coldness. And this is because they can only interpret you through the lens of their own experiences. If they have never known someone who stands firm in truth without being aggressive, they won't understand you at first. And then, there are those who feel threatened by you, not because you've harmed them, not because you've spoken against them, but simply because your existence challenges their comfort zone. Your light makes their shadows more visible. Your discipline exposes their distractions. Your authenticity reveals their masks. When you're spiritually unmatched, you don't play the same games they do. You're not trying to one-up anyone. You're not competing for approval. You're not in the race for superficial validation. You're on a completely different path. And for some, that is unsettling. Understand this. Every reaction people have toward you is not truly about you. It's about what you awaken in them. To someone who is hungry for growth, you will feel like fresh air. To someone who is resisting change, you will feel like a storm. It's the same you, but their perception of you is colored by their readiness to face themselves. Your presence acts like a spotlight. It illuminates the unspoken truths in the room, and that is why certain people will either be drawn to you or try to distance themselves from you. It's not personal, it's spiritual. The more grounded and aligned you are, the more you'll notice this pattern. Some will call me closer, wanting to learn from your perspective, to be around your peace, to understand how you remain steady when life is chaotic. Others will pull away, not because they dislike you, but because being near you would require them to confront what they've been avoiding. This is why you cannot take every reaction to heart. If you start shrinking to avoid making others uncomfortable, you will betray yourself. If you start changing to gain approval, you will dim the very light that makes you who you are. So let them react how they will. The ones who are meant to walk beside you will grow from your presence. The ones who cannot handle your energy will naturally fall away. Either way, you remain rooted, unshaken, and true to the spirit that sets you apart. Why they react to you. Every person you meet will feel something when they're around you. It may be admiration, it may be confusion, it may even be discomfort. But one thing is certain, they will feel you. Some people will admire you instantly. They might not have the words to explain it, but they'll sense there's something steady in your presence. The way you carry yourself, the way you choose your words carefully, the way you seem untouched by the chaos that swallows so many. It speaks to a part of them that is longing for the same stability. To them, you are a reminder of what is possible. Then, there are those who misunderstand you. They see your calm as indifference. They interpret your boundaries as rejection. They might even call your confidence ego, not realizing that what they are seeing is simply self-respect. They cannot see your intention, so they fill the gap with their own assumptions. And finally, there are those who feel threatened by you, even though you've done nothing to harm them. Why? Because your presence shines a light into places they have kept hidden. When they see your discipline, they feel the weight of their own procrastination. When they see your peace, they realize how much chaos they've been living in. When they see your authenticity, they become aware of the masks they've been wearing for years. You become a mirror without trying, and not everyone likes what that mirror shows them. But here's the important truth. Their reaction is not about you. It's about them. It's about where they are in their own journey. To someone who is ready to grow, you will feel like inspiration. To someone who is clinging to their comfort zone, you will feel like a disruption. It's the same you, but their readiness determines their response. This is why spiritually unmatched people often notice a strange pattern. Some people get closer to them, drawn like a magnet. Others slowly distance themselves, even without conflict. And both groups are simply responding to the energy you carry. You are not here to be liked by everyone. You are not here to adjust your spirit so that it fits into smaller spaces. If your light makes some people uncomfortable, that's proof of its brightness. When they admire you, let it inspire you. When they misunderstand you, stay patient. When they feel threatened by you, remain at peace. Because none of these reactions can define your worth. Only your alignment with your true self can do that. The right people will see you clearly without you needing to explain yourself. The rest will write their own stories about you. And you must let them, because you have bigger things to focus on. Not everyone will understand you, your vision, your inner peace, the way you move through life. It's not for everyone to understand. And that's not arrogance, it's just reality. Because most people can only see from the level they are standing on. If they've never climbed the mountain you've climbed, they can't see the view you see. When your heart is guided by a deeper calling, your decisions will sometimes confuse others. You will say no to things they think you should say yes to. You will walk away from opportunities they would have chased. You will invest your time and energy into paths they can't see the value in. And they'll wonder, why would you do that? Because they are looking at life through a different lens. Not everyone is ready to see what you see. Not everyone is meant to walk the same road as you, and that's okay. Your journey isn't a group project, it's a personal calling. The sooner you accept that not everyone will understand you, the lighter your heart will feel. Because the truth is, you were not placed here to explain yourself to everyone. You were placed here to live in alignment with your purpose, even if that means walking alone for a while. It's natural for people to resist what they don't understand. History is full of this. Every visionary, every leader, every soul who lived ahead of their time faced doubt, resistance, even ridicule. It wasn't because they were wrong, it was because they were different. And difference often feels like a threat to the familiar. Some will misunderstand your boundaries. They'll think you're being cold when really you're protecting your peace. Some will misunderstand your silence. They'll think you have nothing to say when in truth you're simply choosing not to waste words. Some will misunderstand your joy. They'll think it's luck, when in reality it's the result of years of discipline, faith, and growth. You can't spend your life trying to convince everyone of your intentions, because even if you explain yourself 1,000 times, the ones who don't want to understand will never truly hear you, and the ones who are meant for you won't need an explanation. They will feel your truth. So release the weight of needing to be understood. Release the urge to prove yourself. Release the need for universal approval. You don't need it to fulfill your calling. The right people will recognize your light without you dimming it. The right hearts will connect with yours without you forcing it. And the right opportunities will find you when you're living authentically, not when you're living to please others. Remember, you are not here to fit in. You are here to stand where your soul feels most alive. Even if no one else can see why, you will know. And that knowing is enough. The price of being unmatched. Being spiritually unmatched is a gift, but it's not a gift without cost. It means you will walk a path few are willing to take. It means you will outgrow people you once thought would be with you forever. It means you will sometimes find yourself misunderstood, even by those you love. This is the quiet truth no one tells you at the start. When your spirit begins to rise, not everyone will rise with you. Some will cheer for you from the sidelines. Some will watch in silence, and some will quietly step away because they no longer recognize the person you've become. Outgrowing people doesn't mean they were bad. It doesn't mean you're better than them. It simply means you're growing in a different direction, like two trees that once grew side by side but now lean toward different parts of the sky. Your branches no longer touch. And yes, you will be misunderstood. People will create stories about you to fill the gaps they don't understand. They will assume your choices are about them, when in reality, they are about you protecting your peace. They may accuse you of being distant, selfish, or changed, as if change is a crime. But change is not betrayal. Change is the natural result of growth. One of the hardest prices you'll pay is losing the comfort of belonging everywhere. When you're spiritually unmatched, you won't fit into every group anymore. Your conversations will feel deeper than some people want to go. Your priorities will seem strange to those still chasing what you've outgrown, and you will realize that your tribe is smaller, but infinitely more aligned. Another price is the weight of responsibility. When you see clearly, you can't unsee. When you know better, you can't unknow. This means you're called to a higher standard, even when no one is watching. It means you must walk in integrity, even when compromise would be easier. And yet, this price is not something to fear, because with every loss, there is a gain. When people fall away, space is made for those who truly resonate with your spirit. When old opportunities fade, new ones appear that match your purpose. When you stop being understood by everyone, you begin to be understood by the ones who matter most. The truth is, the price of being unmatched is high, but so is the reward. You exchange comfort for clarity. You exchange fitting in for standing out. You exchange shallow approval for deep peace. So when the losses come, let them. When misunderstandings happen, accept them. When people leave, bless them. Because everything you lose while walking in alignment was never meant to stay. The test of isolation. There will be seasons in your life where it feels like you are walking alone. Not because you are unworthy of company, not because you are unloved, but because your path has reached a place where few can follow. Spiritual growth has a way of separating you from the noise. When you begin to hear your own soul clearly, the constant chatter of the world becomes distracting. When you begin to value peace over popularity, the crowd naturally grows smaller. And when you start making choices based on purpose rather than approval, not everyone will be able to walk beside you. Isolation is one of the greatest tests for an unmatched spirit. It's easy to stay strong when you're surrounded by people who believe in you. It's easy to stay motivated when others cheer you on. But what about when the room is empty? What about when no one is watching, when no one is clapping, when it's just you and your own thoughts? This is where unmatched spirits are forged. Solitude forces you to meet yourself without distraction. It strips away the masks, the roles, the expectations, until you are face to face with your truest self. In that quiet space, you learn to stand on your own conviction instead of leaning on others for strength. But here's the challenge. Isolation can feel heavy at first. Your mind will try to convince you that you are being abandoned, forgotten, or left behind. It will whisper that something is wrong with you because fewer people are calling, fewer invitations are coming, fewer voices are around. Yet in reality, this is not the absence of growth. This is the proof of it. Think of a seed buried in the soil. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. It is surrounded by darkness, cut off from the world above. But in that hidden place, roots are growing deep, preparing for the day the seed will break the surface. That's what your isolation is. Root work, strengthening you in ways that will sustain you when your next season of growth arrives. Not everyone can understand this stage. Some will tell you to get out more, to fill your time with distractions, to stay busy so you don't feel alone. But unmatched spirits know that stillness is where clarity is born. It's where you refine your vision. It's where you receive the wisdom that cannot be heard in the noise of everyday life. So don't fear your seasons of isolation. Welcome them. They are not punishment, they are preparation. And when the time comes to step back into the world, you will carry a presence so grounded, so unshakable, that those who meet you will know. You did the inner work when no one was watching. The threat of authenticity. In a world where most people wear masks, being real is revolutionary. Your authenticity is more than just honesty. It's the courage to stand in your truth even when it's inconvenient, even when it's misunderstood, even when it costs you approval. Many people live their lives as performances. They say the things that will earn them applause. They behave in ways that make them seem acceptable. They hide their flaws behind carefully curated images, smiles, and words. And for a while, this works. They blend in. They are liked. They are safe. But then someone like you walks in. Someone who doesn't hide behind a mask. Someone whose energy is the same whether the lights are on or off, whether the crowd is cheering or silent. Someone whose words match their actions, and whose presence carries truth without even trying. And suddenly, those masks start to feel heavier to the people around you. Your authenticity makes them notice the weight of their own pretending. It's not that you're trying to expose them, but authenticity always reveals what is false simply by existing. This is why some people can't handle you, because to accept you fully, they would have to face themselves honestly. They would have to admit where they've compromised, where they've settled, where they've been living out of alignment. And not everyone is ready for that kind of confrontation. So instead of embracing your authenticity, some will try to dismiss it. They may label you as too blunt, too different, or too much. They might even accuse you of being fake, because in their minds, being genuine to this degree is almost unbelievable. They measure you by the standards of their own performance, and in doing so, they fail to see that your life is not an act. But here's the thing about authenticity. It doesn't need permission. It doesn't beg for acceptance. It simply exists. It knows that the people who are meant for you will feel safe in your presence because they too are tired of pretending. And authenticity doesn't mean perfection. It means owning your imperfections without shame. It means admitting when you're wrong, learning openly, and not needing to dress up your flaws to be lovable. This level of honesty is powerful because it gives others permission to be real too. So never tone down your truth just because it makes someone else uncomfortable. Never trade your authenticity for belonging, because the kind of belonging you get from pretending isn't real. The right people will not only accept your realness, they will celebrate it. And when you live authentically, you will find that you don't just change how others see you, you change how they see themselves. And that is why your authenticity is powerful, and why for some, it will always be a threat. The mirror effect. You don't even need to speak. Your energy acts as a mirror. People look at you and, without realizing it, they see themselves more clearly. Sometimes that reflection is beautiful. It inspires them. It encourages them. It makes them believe they can do more. But other times, it's uncomfortable because your presence reflects the truth they've been avoiding. When you are spiritually unmatched, you live in alignment. Your words, actions, and values match. You are consistent, grounded, and intentional. And without meaning to, you show others the gaps between who they are and who they want to be. For the ones who are ready for growth, this is a gift. They will be drawn to you because you help them see what is possible. Your life becomes an unspoken invitation for them to rise higher, to close that gap, to align their choices with their values. But for those who are not ready, your mirror feels like a threat. They don't want to see their procrastination, their excuses, or their compromises reflected back at them. So instead of looking inward, they may turn away from you. They may criticize you, avoid you, or even try to convince themselves that your life isn't as genuine as it seems. Understand, this is human nature. It's not your job to force people to look in the mirror. It's not your responsibility to make them ready for the truth. Your only responsibility is to keep your mirror clean, to live in such a way that your reflection remains honest and unclouded by bitterness, ego, or hypocrisy. The mirror effect works in silence. You don't have to point out someone's flaws for them to notice. You don't have to lecture them about their choices. Your example speaks louder than your words ever could. This is why unmatched spirits often influence people without even realizing it. Long after you've left the room, something you said or did stays in their mind. A seed is planted, and sometimes that seed grows in the quiet of their own life until they are ready to face themselves. But there is a challenge here too. Being a mirror means you will sometimes feel the weight of others' reactions. You might wonder why certain people distance themselves. You might feel hurt when someone you cared for chooses to walk away. You might even be tempted to dull your shine just so others feel more comfortable looking at you. Resist that temptation. Your light is not here to make shadows disappear. It is here to reveal what has been hidden. And that is an act of love, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. The truth is, some people will thank you immediately for the reflection you've given them. Others will thank you years later, and some may never thank you at all. But your role is not to wait for gratitude. It is to keep reflecting truth, no matter how it is received. Your spirit can't be imitated. They can copy your style. They can mimic your words. They can even study your routines, your tone, and your outward habits. But no matter how hard they try, they cannot duplicate your spirit. Because your spirit is not a collection of actions. It is not a formula they can memorize. It is not the product of a checklist or a course. Your spirit is the result of years of unseen battles, hard choices, quiet sacrifices, and moments when you kept going when no one would have blamed you for stopping. People often think they can replicate success by copying what they see, and in some ways, they can copy the surface. They can buy the same clothes you wear. They can use the same phrases you speak. They can even follow the same schedule you keep. But essence, that invisible quality that makes you you, cannot be stolen. Your essence comes from alignment, from living a life that matches your values, from making choices in private that strengthen the person you are in public. It comes from integrity, the kind that holds firm even when compromise would be easier. That's why you never need to fear imitation. Imitation is proof that you've created something worth noticing. But it's also a reminder that you possess something deeper than what can be seen. Because while others might match your outer image, they cannot duplicate the energy you carry when you walk into a room. And here's why. Energy is shaped by the journey. Every heartbreak you've healed from, every fear you've faced, every moment you've chosen faith over doubt, all of it has been woven into your being. It's like a signature carved into your spirit. No one else can have the same story, the same lessons, the same transformation. This is why people feel the difference. Someone can say the same words you say, but when you speak them, they carry weight. Someone can try to project the same confidence, but when you stand in it, it feels unshakable. Because authenticity cannot be manufactured, it has to be lived. The danger for them is that imitation without depth eventually collapses. The danger for you is forgetting that you don't need to compete with copies. Your only task is to keep deepening your alignment, because the stronger your roots, the more your presence will speak for itself. So let them imitate. Let them take notes, study your ways, and try to capture your light. Because light borrowed without a source will eventually fade. But the light that comes from within, that's eternal. And no matter how close they try to get to your reflection, they will never hold your flame. Spiritual wealth versus material wealth. In this world, many chase material success. They measure their worth by the size of their house, the brand of their clothes, the number in their bank account, or the status they hold in society. And while there's nothing wrong with enjoying the blessings of life, material wealth alone is fragile. It can be lost in a single market crash, a bad decision, or an unexpected turn of events. But you've been building a different kind of wealth. A wealth that doesn't disappear when the world shakes. A wealth that can't be taxed, stolen, or destroyed. A wealth called spiritual wealth. Spiritual wealth is the quiet accumulation of inner treasures: peace, wisdom, self-control, resilience, gratitude, and love. It is the unshakable calm you carry when storms hit. It is the ability to walk into uncertainty without being consumed by fear. It is the strength to forgive when holding a grudge would feel easier. Material wealth buys comfort. Spiritual wealth builds contentment. Material wealth can open doors in society. Spiritual wealth opens doors within your soul. Material wealth can impress people. Spiritual wealth can inspire them. You see, spiritual wealth is not built overnight. It is earned through seasons of growth, struggle, and self-reflection. It's what you gain when you learn from pain instead of letting it harden you. It's what you cultivate when you choose integrity over shortcuts, faith over fear, purpose over popularity. This is why your spirit feels different. This is why people sense something rare in you. Because while the world was busy chasing the next big thing, you were building roots that run deep. And roots, unlike shiny objects, can't be taken from you. Material wealth says, look at what I have. Spiritual wealth says, look at who I have become. Material wealth often comes from competition. Try it. To get ahead, to outdo, to accumulate more. Spiritual wealth comes from alignment, living in a way where your actions, values, and purpose all move in the same direction. And here's the beautiful truth. If you have spiritual wealth, you can rebuild material wealth if you lose it. But if you have only material wealth and no spiritual wealth, you will crumble when the winds of life blow against you. This is why people can't handle you, because your worth isn't tied to things they can measure or take away. Your value isn't hanging on someone else's opinion, paycheck, or approval. You carry something they can't buy, borrow, or imitate, and that unsettles them. So keep building your inner fortune, because when your peace, wisdom, and integrity are intact, you are richer than anyone who only has gold. The energy you carry. You don't just walk into a room, you change it. Before you speak a single word, before you shake a single hand, people can feel something different. It's not arrogance, it's not intimidation, it's presence. Presence is the silent announcement that you are here, not just physically, but fully. It's the kind of energy that makes people put down their phones without even realizing why. It's the stillness in your eyes that says, I'm grounded, I'm centered, I'm not here to play small. This energy isn't built in a day. It's not something you buy or put on like a suit. It's the product of every lesson you've learned, every storm you've survived, and every quiet decision you made to rise instead of break. People feel your energy before they understand it. Some will be drawn to it instantly. They'll feel safer, more open, more honest in your presence. Others will feel uneasy, not because you've done anything wrong, but because your steadiness forces them to confront their own restlessness. Your energy carries your story. It tells of the battles you've fought and the peace you've chosen afterward. It speaks of your self-respect, your discipline, and your refusal to compromise your values. It tells people, without words, that you know who you are, and that you're not afraid to walk away from anything that doesn't align with your purpose. This is why people remember you long after you've gone. Not because you were the loudest, but because you were the most real. Not because you demanded attention, but because you commanded respect without asking for it. And here's the thing. Your energy will do two things: attract and repel. It will attract those who are aligned with you, who want to grow, who are willing to meet you in truth. It will repel those who thrive on drama, manipulation, or pretense. And that's not a bad thing. It's protection. When your energy is this clear, you stop chasing and start attracting. You stop trying to prove yourself and start letting your presence speak for itself. You stop trying to be everywhere and start being fully where you are. But with this kind of energy comes responsibility. You must guard it. You must be intentional about who you allow close, what environments you step into, and what conversations you entertain. Because your energy is your signature, and not everyone deserves to carry it away with them. So when you walk into a room, don't shrink. Don't hide your light because it makes someone else squint. Stand tall. Be grounded. Let your presence fill the space naturally. Because the energy you carry is not just a reflection of you. It's an invitation for others to rise to their highest selves. Resistance is confirmation. When people resist you, it's not always a sign that you're wrong. In fact, for those walking in their true calling, resistance is often a sign that you're on the right path. Think about it. Still water makes no waves. It's only when something moves with power that ripples begin to spread. And if you are moving forward with purpose, your life will naturally disturb the surface of stagnant waters. Some people will resist you simply because your progress reminds them of their own inaction. When they see you step out in courage, it exposes the ways they've been playing small. When they see you stand in your truth, it highlights where they've been compromising theirs. And instead of asking, "How can I grow too?" they respond with criticism, gossip, or distance. It's important to understand this. Resistance is not always opposition. Sometimes it's a reaction to change. When you shift, everything around you shifts too. The people who were comfortable with the old version of you may struggle to adjust to the new one. And that struggle often looks like resistance. But here's the truth. If you never face resistance, you're probably not making an impact. Every movement, every leader, every person who stood for something greater than themselves faced pushback. It's not because they were wrong, it's because they were shaking the ground others were standing on. Resistance is proof that you're not blending into the background anymore. It's proof that your presence is being felt, that your voice is being heard, that your choices are leaving an imprint. And here's the part that will test you. Resistance often comes when you least expect it, and from people you never thought it would come from. It may come from strangers, but sometimes it will come from friends, colleagues, even family. This can hurt, but you must remember that they resist us. This is not your responsibility to fix. Your responsibility is to keep moving forward, to keep building, to keep speaking truth even when your voice shakes. Because over time, some of those who resist you will come to understand you. They may not admit it out loud, but they'll remember the example you set. And even if they never agree with you, they'll respect that you stayed consistent. So when you face resistance, don't see it as a wall. See it as a signpost. It means you are stepping into territory that matters. It means you are not living in the shadows. It means you are pushing past the boundaries that others thought were unmovable. Waves are not made in still water. They are made when something strong, determined, and alive moves through. You are that movement. And if resistance comes, let it come, because it only confirms that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Now, don't shrink your light. You were not sent here to dim yourself so others feel comfortable. You were not born to blend in with the background or play small to avoid drawing attention. Your light was given to you for a reason: to shine, to guide, to inspire. But here's the truth. In a world where many people have grown comfortable in the shadows, light can be uncomfortable. Some will squint when you walk into the room. Some will turn away, pretending they don't see you. And some will even try to convince you to tone it down, to be less, so they can feel more. Shrinking your light will never serve you, and it will never truly serve them either. Because when you dim yourself to make others comfortable, you rob them of the chance to rise to their own potential. You reinforce the idea that hiding is the safer choice, when in reality, hiding is the surest way to live unfulfilled. Think about the sun. It doesn't check to see if the world is ready for its warmth before rising. It doesn't adjust its brightness based on who's watching. It simply shines because that's what it was made to do. And in doing so, it gives life to everything around it. Your light works the same way. It's not about arrogance or showing off. It's about being fully alive, fully authentic, fully present in who you are meant to be. When you do this, you give others permission to do the same. Yes, some will misunderstand you. They will think you're trying to be better than everyone else. They will label your confidence as ego and your self-assurance as pride. But their opinion doesn't change the truth, that your light is needed. You don't inspire people by hiding. You inspire them by showing what's possible. You inspire them by standing in your truth, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it makes you a target for criticism. And here's the secret. The people who belong in your life will never ask you to shrink. They will celebrate your brightness because it doesn't threaten them. It encourages them. They know that your shine doesn't dim theirs. In fact, when lights stand together, the whole room becomes brighter. So stop apologizing for your presence. Stop making yourself smaller to fit into spaces that were never built for the fullness of who you are. Stop thinking you need to earn the right to shine. You were born with that right. The world doesn't need a watered-down version of you. It needs the real, unfiltered, unapologetic light that only you can bring. And if that light makes some people uncomfortable, let it. Because the ones who are ready will use it to find their own way. Protecting your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your presence. Not every hand that reaches for you should be held. Not every voice that calls your name should be answered. When your spirit is unmatched, your energy becomes a rare and valuable resource. It is the fuel for your purpose, the source of your clarity, and the strength that allows you to keep moving forward when others would quit. If you give it away carelessly, you will find yourself drained. Not because you are weak, but because even the strongest light needs protection from those who only take without giving. Protecting your energy is not about being cold or selfish. It is about being wise. It is about recognizing that your time, focus, and emotional capacity are not infinite. Every person you allow close, every conversation you engage in, every situation you entertain, all of these either recharge you or deplete you. Some people come into your life like sunlight, warming and encouraging you to grow. Others come like storms, leaving chaos in their wake and expecting you to clean it up. When you protect your energy, you learn the difference quickly. You stop mistaking constant demands for genuine connection. You stop confusing noise for value. This means setting boundaries and keeping them. It means saying no without guilt when something doesn't align with your values or your purpose. It means walking away from situations where your peace is being traded for drama. It means refusing to let other people's urgency become your emergency. One of the most powerful ways to protect your energy is to be intentional about where you place your attention. What you focus on grows. If you spend your days consumed by negativity, gossip, or fear, your spirit will feel heavy. But if you fill your mind with truth, growth, and gratitude, your energy will remain strong, even in the face of cello. Lengas. Not everyone will understand this. Some will call you distant. Some will say you've changed. And they're right. You have changed. You've stopped being available to every distraction. You've stopped letting everyone have a piece of you. You've started valuing your energy as something sacred. And here's the thing. The right people will respect your boundaries. They will understand that when you protect your energy, you're also protecting the quality of what you give to them. Because a drained spirit cannot inspire, cannot heal, cannot create, cannot lead. So be kind, but be discerning. Love freely, but not blindly. Give generously, but not to the point of self-destruction. Your energy is your foundation. Guard it, nurture it, and you will have the strength to keep shining in a world that sometimes tries to dim every light it sees. The gift of discernment. When your spirit is unmatched, you begin to see beyond what most people notice. You hear the words people speak, but you also sense the intentions behind them. You feel the unspoken energy in the room before anyone else says a word. You notice patterns in people's behavior that reveal more truth than their promises ever could. This is the gift of discernment. It is not suspicion, paranoia, or judgment. It is clarity. It is the ability to separate truth from illusion, sincerity from performance, loyalty from convenience. And it is one of the greatest forms of protection you will ever receive. Discernment is built over time. It's shaped in the seasons when you trusted the wrong people and learned from the consequences. It's sharpened in the moments when your intuition whispered something was off, and you later realized it had been right all along. It's strengthened when you stop ignoring the small signals and start honoring them. When you have discernment, you no longer need people to explain themselves endlessly. You can feel their alignment, or lack of it, in the way they move, speak, and treat others. You notice the difference between someone who celebrates you sincerely and someone who claps only because they think they have to. You can sense the quiet envy behind a compliment, the subtle manipulation behind an offer, the hidden agenda behind an act of kindness. This awareness can feel like both a blessing and a burden. A blessing because it saves you from giving your trust to the wrong hands. A burden because you will see truths that others refuse to acknowledge. You will recognize relationships that are one-sided long before they collapse. You will feel the undercurrents in conversations others think are harmless. And here is the hardest part. Discernment will sometimes require you to walk away without a dramatic explanation. Not because you don't care, but because you've seen enough to know where the road is leading. You'll learn to trust your inner knowing, even when you can't fully explain it to others. This gift also helps you protect your purpose. When you can sense who is aligned with your vision and who is not, you can surround yourself with people who nourish your growth instead of draining it. You can invest your energy in connections that are mutual, authentic, and built on trust, instead of constantly pouring into situations that will never pour back. But remember, discernment is not meant to make you hard-hearted. It's meant to help you love wisely. It's not about building walls, it's about knowing who to open the door to. So honor this gift. Listen when your spirit speaks. If something feels wrong, you don't need everyone else to agree before you move. The unmatched spirit is guided from within. And discernment is the compass that will always point you toward peace. If you've listened this far, you already know. Being spiritually unmatched is not an accident. It's not something you stumbled into by chance. It's the result of the battles you fought in silence, the choices you made when no one was watching, and the commitment you kept to your own growth, even when it cost you comfort. You've learned that not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. Your purpose was never to be universally accepted, but to walk in alignment with who you truly are. You face seasons of isolation, not as punishment, but as preparation. You've learned to protect your energy, sharpen your discernment, and stand tall in your authenticity. You've discovered that resistance is not a sign of failure, but a confirmation of impact. That imitation can never touch the essence of your spirit. That material wealth fades, but spiritual wealth only deepens. And through it all, you've refused to shrink your light just to make others comfortable. This journey hasn't been easy, and it won't always be. There will still be moments when people misunderstand you, when they turn away, when they speak against you. But the unmatched spirit understands something vital. The opinions of others are not the measure of your worth. Your measure is your alignment, the truth you live by, the peace you protect, and the love you give without losing yourself. And here's the most beautiful part. Your light isn't just for you. It's a signal to others who are searching in the dark. It tells them they are not alone. It reminds them that there is another way to live, one that isn't defined by fear, competition, or conformity, but by clarity, integrity, and purpose. Your presence plants seeds. Some will sprout immediately. Some will take years. And some may never grow in your sight. But they will grow, because light leaves a mark, whether or not the darkness admits it. So keep walking in your truth. Keep shining without apology. Keep protecting the treasure of your spirit as if it is the most valuable thing you own, because it is. There will be people who can't handle you, not because you're too much, but because you're everything they told themselves they couldn't be. Don't let that make you smaller. Let it make you bolder. And when doubt whispers in your ear, when resistance tries to push you back, remember this. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out. You are not here to follow. You are here to lead. By example, by truth, by the unmatched spirit that lives within you. So rise, shine, and never forget. They can imitate your steps, but they can never walk your path. They can borrow your words, but they can never carry your fire. They can react to your presence, but they can never control your spirit. Because you are spiritually unmatched.